Thank you all for the work and thought you put into the discussion of your chosen speech. It was great to read such a variety of fascinating ideas about performance. I hope that you're feeling very comfortable now with the idea of your Shakespeare. There's been a lot to think about this section on The Winter's Tale: tragedy, comedy, and the coming together of these two genres. Shakespeare's tragicomedies are profoundly serious plays, for while they might end in comic resolution, it takes a long time to get there, and some wounds never fully heal. The wrinkles on Hermione's face that Leontes notices as he looks at the statue remind us that though the royal couple may be reunited at the end of The Winter's Tale, 16 years of life have been lost to them both. That loss is something no restoration scene can return. Time in The Winter's Tale is very much located in the family. As the Shakespeare scholar Stephen Orgel points out, time in this play is defined by generations, by youth and age, and by the relationships between parents and children. The Winter's Tale invites you to think about time as cyclical and regenerative. Here, I'm not talking about the 24-hour clock that measures time in Sicilia. That kind of time is confining and limiting. Shakespeare shows us this through Hermione, who is literally imprisoned in it and by it in Sicilia. It is the rhythms of nature that are restorative, that bring life in spring to that which dies in winter. We see this in the way Shakespeare gives life to Hermione by returning Perdita to her through the actions of Florizel, whose name comes from nature. That time is supremely important in The Winter's Tale is not surprising, for it is a play written near the end of Shakespeare's career. Perhaps he himself was looking back into the past and contemplating painful events and mistakes, only some of which have been atoned for with the passage of time, which makes and unfolds errors. In the next section of this course, you'll have the opportunity to learn more about a Shakespeare play that is set in a very different kind of time, historical time, and that is Henry V. While we have focused predominantly on one emotion in each of the sections of this course thus far, love in A Midsummer Night's Dream, hate in Othello, and jealousy in The Winter's Tale, in the next section you'll learn about the ways in which Henry V manipulates these and other emotions. Dr. Joy McEntee will be your guide as you learn more about Shakespeare's history plays by focusing on a very famous and often adapted example. Henry V is a play that is never out of fashion. It contains some of the most quoted and most captivating speeches in all of Shakespeare's work. With that in mind, I call upon you to go once more unto the breach, dear friends, and engage with the final section of this course.